afternoon if you're watching this on YouTube later. I want to just take a few minutes to go over a few things. You know, I deal with people every day. They come into my store and they have a seat on the couch and we stand at the counter and we converse about life and being successful in life and finding happiness and relationships and things like that. And if you've been to any of my seminars, you know, back in the day before I started this company, you know, we used to do did a seminar called Mastering You, and I still conduct that program, just do it more on a one-on-one basis. But I want to give you guys a little peek into that world. You see, people come in here and they're talking to me every day, and I'm giving them pieces of that seminar, but I'm only giving them small pieces that they can kind of go work on right then, right at that moment. But what I want you guys to understand is that on the overall arch of things, you got to get into a state of mastering you, right? You have to be able to master your emotions. You have to be able to master your mind, master your body, your spirituality, master your finances, your relationship, and then your lifestyle. What am I talking about? What I'm talking about is the 6 conditions of you, the 6 conditions of life. You see, there are 6 conditions that you're constantly in or working on or working in. And those are the things that you have to focus and be able to master in order to get to that point that we all want called happiness. So what is that? What are those 6 things? And we're going to go over them very briefly and very quickly. And later on, we'll have some type of web seminar or whatnot in order to really get deep diving into this. So what are these 6 conditions? And the thing about it, before I go into each one of them very briefly, they're not something that you do one at a time. It's something that you work on all together. You see, the first one is lifestyle. It's all about lifestyle. Having a vision of what your lifestyle is. See, lifestyle is your active participation in the world, in this existence that you're in right now. And your lifestyle is how that world looks to you and what activities are going on in your current state and what activities are you're driving towards. So you want to have that vision of your lifestyle, right? If you don't have a vision of the lifestyle that you desire, then the lifestyle you're getting now is your true vision. So if you want to change it, then you got to change the vision, which means you have to change your action. And every action you take has to be geared towards creating that lifestyle. Now, the lifestyle is the overarching aspects of the 6 conditions that is done in totality. Now, the next thing that most of us, we don't really think about is we got to get into a point where we master our mind. We think that we have a mastery over our mind because of the words that we speak. But the mastery of your mind really comes when you connect with your emotions as well as connecting with your mental thoughts and having them work together, because that's what's going to produce every other aspect of your life and give you the ability to be able to master these other points, these other ideas, these other parts of your life, these other conditions of life. Another one is your body. When I was a personal trainer, I used to tell my clients all the time, if you can master your body, then you can master your life. If you can do the work and get your mind right to be able to get your body to the state that you want it to be in, then you can take that same philosophy, that same work ethic, that same energy, and master your children's lives or your family life. And not say that you're lording over anybody, but to have that happiness, that blissfulness, that connection there, to master your finances, to master your relationship with your spouse, to master your work. You take that same energy, that same effort, that same idea, that same mindset, and you take that into the rest of your life. And that's the thing about when you master your body, then you see that, because that could be a very difficult thing. You're going into the gym or doing whatever workout, and oftentimes your mind says no. Your body will start to shut down and say no. But it's when you dig into your spirit and say, no, I'm going to finish this workout, I'm going to finish this exercise. When you do that, then that is that drive, that energy, that portion, that part of you that you just connected with is the part that leads you to creating the body that you want. So if you take that same idea, apply that to your finances, get through those difficult times. You see, that's the thing. When you master your mind, you master your body, then you can master, and in order to master your body, you do have to master your spiritual being. Now, when you start to master your spiritual being, when you start to master the how you conduct yourself and the energy within yourself, master your morals and your values, when you master the fact that this is just the poverty of the flesh and that you're greater, that you are a greater being, When you master that understanding, then managing your body, managing your mind, managing your finances, and managing your relationships become an easy thing for you to do. It's not something that takes so much energy. Now, you still gonna take life energy, still gonna take action, it's still gonna take a mindset, in which that just leads to the other condition of life, which is relationships. Because at the end of the day, everything is a relationship. Everything is a relationship to you and to everybody around you. How you relate to the world is how you relate to your spouse, is how you relate to your children, is how you relate to your friends, to your co-workers. How relationship is not just a romantic relationship, but it's how you relate to everything that is within your purview, everything that is within your realm. And that's why in my Mastering You program, the first thing that we talk about is when you draw that circle around you and everything that is within the circle around you, the idea is first to master those things within the circle around you. You see, when you're reaching too far out your circle of influence, then it's more difficult for you to grab that thing. Think about it like this. If you have a tire, the tire needs to be filled with air to its capacity. But if that tire reaches out and try to grab, and it creates a bump and tries to grab more air, then it creates a bump. If this portion right here grows out, and then every time it rotates, it hits that bump. It hits that bump. It hits that bump. That's an uncomfortable ride. It makes your journey more difficult. But if you master your circumference, the things around you, you master your abilities that you have now, master your talents that you have now. So when you master your body that you have now, master your mind, master your finances, your current relationship, when you get all those things into a situation where you have good, efficient work with those things, then your sphere of influence expands. And now more things can come into your life. Some of you may heard it in the wisdom of, if you're faithful with a little, then I'll make you faithful. Then I know you'll be faithful with a lot. It's the same concept. How can you expect to grow spiritually, grow mentally, grow body, increase your health, grow financially, grow in relationships if you can't handle and you haven't mastered the relationships you have now, the money that you have now, your body that you have now, your health that you have now, your emotions that you have now, and your spiritualness, your spirituality that you have now. If you haven't mastered those things, that's why your lifestyle that you have now is not the one that you truly desire. So if you want to have those things, then you got to master those 6 conditions of life. You have to begin to master you. And think about this. A lot of people want to get involved in relationships. And they say that you need to be a complete person. But if you haven't mastered those aspects about yourself, or you're not working towards those goals, then your relationship is not going to be good. You're going to have too many issues. Now, it is possible that you can work towards those relationships, towards those goals, and have somebody alongside you. But that person needs to be alongside you. They need to understand the vision. They need to understand what the lifestyle and where you're headed. And they need to be in support of that. If they're not in support of that, then they're not good for you. If they're a hindrance of that, then they're not good for you. And that goes for anybody in your life. If anybody in your life is a disruption to the path that you set for yourself to develop yourself completely, then that person should be removed from your life. It's not the easiest thing to say, not the easiest thing to do. But if you want to actually get to that state of heaven, that state of nirvana, that state of awakeness, that state of ascension, those are the things that you have to be able to do. Truly master yourself, know thyself. And then the whole world opens up to you. In other words, know yourself, know the divine. So y'all have a great day. I'm going to end this today because I wanted to keep this one short. But trust me, there will be more in detail things about each aspect of the 6 conditions of you. And we'll talk about them in more detail. And then from there, we'll also develop, we'll do a full seminar with practical applications, with the worksheets that I've used over the years, so that you'll be able to, really focus this thing directly on you and your relationships, you and your body, you and your mind, you and your spirituality, and you and your lifestyle. And that way you become a true master of you. So y'all have a great day. Enjoy it. It's time for me to get to work in my popcorn shop. So have a great day. And next time, let's have some comments.